All right, so I got a reaction coming at y'all real quick, man. I saw this the other day on TikTok, man, and I agree 100% with what this brother said. And there was brothers in the comments like really arguing with me about this shit. Like, what the brother said? He said, "That's what you signed up for." That don't make this shit fun. But let's get into it.
It wasn't enjoyable at all. The only part that was enjoyable was I had one good year in the NFL that was with the Patriots. I played 10 years. And looking back on it, there was only one enjoyable.
But you was a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, but even the Pro Bowl wasn't enjoyable.
Why
They didn't
not?
give me the ball. Like I'm like, you know,
Would you do it all over again?
Football?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with playing football. Like I don't feel like it was a bad thing. I just feel like what happened was my brother. What you want to say?
I was just gonna say that's on you. If you in the league making money, playing a kid's game, making millions of dollars, you're not enjoying it, that's on you, bro. That's you.
No, I'm saying in totality. You enjoy moments, but like you think about how stressful football life is. You know, constantly, you know, you never at a place of peace in football, on a football team. Mm-hmm. There's no such thing as peace, right? You always performing, you at the highest, even in the classrooms, even on the field, even outside of the game, you have to, like, you know how to do it. And there's enjoyable moments of playing the game. You have moments of it, but like, as in totality, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you go to a theme park, people I don't think of theme parks being that enjoyable all the time because half the time you're just standing in the sun. The ride is fun.
Getting on the
but
ride
waiting
is
in
fun.
line, but waiting in most of your time, the line is, how long is the ride? 15, 20 seconds?
Yeah.
How long were you waiting in the line?
Hour and a half.
Football is a lot like that. You have these moments where it's just like, man, that was awesome. But then the majority of the time, if you really think about it, like the pain, the politics, it just wasn't freeing, right? It wasn't playful anymore. It was what it was.
No, we heard what the brother said, you know what I'm saying? And the brother making a lot of good fucking points because a lot of people, they try to push this narrative like, okay, it's a kid's game, so it's fun. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. Once you hit high school, football ain't no fucking kids game no more. That's a game for grown men, period, point blank. Just be honest with you. Kids probably shouldn't even be playing that shit. But let's keep it a stack though. Is it fun when you losing? Is it fun when you in pain all the time? Is it fun when you in these meetings? Let's keep it a stack. You take away the women, you take away the money, you take away the fame. Is it still fun? I feel like a lot of these dudes be lying. Like, you know what I'm saying? You even look at Channing, right? When you take the way he speak about how he was in the NFL, you know what I'm saying? He was dealing with a lot of the women going to the strip clubs and all this other shit, right? You take that out of it. Do you still want to play football? The answer gonna be no. You're not gonna do it. I take myself for example, right? You know what I'm saying? I never really liked football growing up, you know what I'm saying? But once I started getting in the weight room, I started to enjoy football because I started smashing niggas. It is what it is. Once I got better at it, it became fun. But it was never really fun to me. It was, to be honest, it was more like a stress reliever for me. I feel like that was an easy way to deal with my anger in a lot of situations. But as far as really being fun, there's nothing fun about your brain not functioning at a higher clip that it used to. That's what happened to me. I remember them LPAC tests when I first got to college. Scoring in the 98th percentile. Getting a concussion and starting to score in the 40s. I remember that. I remember having to take 2 packets of Tylenol every day just to get through practice because my fucking legs hurt every day. I remember that. Breaking my ankle. Breaking my wrist. Breaking both of my feet. What's fun about that shit? I want to go in the Bible right quick, man. Cause this one of them things, man, we never really think about, man. This ain't even my culture. This ain't even our culture, man. Watch this. This is Second Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 13. Now such was the height of Greek fashions, and an increase of heathenish manners, through the exceeding profaneness of Jason, that ungodly wretch, and no high priest, that the priests had no courage to serve any more at the altar, but despising the temple and neglecting the sacrifices, hasten to be partakers of the unlawful allowance in the place of exercise after the game of discus called them forth. Not setting by the honors of their fathers, but liking the glory of the Grecians best of all. Now, why did I get this? This was the start of sports. Now, there's another place in the Maccabees where it spoke about how they was trying to get the best young men, and they would give them a hat. And they called them Antiochians. It's the same thing. You see the LeBron Jameses, you see the Kobe Bryants, you see the very athletic brothers. You get the biggest, the fastest, the strongest of the brothers. You bring them into the sports, you get them a hat, you get them fame, you get them fortune. You pick them up as pillars in the community. I want y'all to hear this again though. That the priests had no courage to serve anymore at the altar, but despising the temple and neglecting the sacrifices, hastened to be partakers of the unlawful allowance in the place of exercise. We gave away our culture and started getting down with these. You got to really think about it. These places of exercise today are called the gym. We left doing our culture to go and let's keep it a stack. The gym back then, they was butt ass naked. Now, me personally, I done seen what niggas act like in the locker room and in the gym. That's why a lot of people didn't fuck with me. Don't play with me like that. Teammate or not, I'll beat your fucking ass. We know what was going on in these damn locker rooms and in these places of exercise. After the game of discus called them forth. When I first started learning the truth and this verse came out, I like to throw up, man. I used to throw discus in high school. I didn't know this was history. This was the start of these white people putting us in sports, man. 15, not setting by the honors of their fathers, but liking the glory of the Grecians best of all. He said, we didn't like the honors of our forefathers. We didn't care about the shit that they cared about. Our forefathers was amazing, great men. But we wanted to be like these white folk. That's what the Bible just said. And it started with them sports, man. It's like they having fun. We know how it go, man. Verse 16, by reason whereof sore calamity came upon them, for they had them to be their enemies and avengers. Now, you got to really think about the confusion in this statement. How can your enemy be your avenger? That's literally how we move today. You understand that these people are your enemy, but you also want them to save you. It don't make sense, man. Whose custom they follow so earnestly, and unto whom they desire to be like in all things. God damn. Tell me this ain't us, man. Tell me this ain't us. Tell me this ain't us. Let's do some more. It's 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 3. For the time past of our life, we may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries. Now, why did I get this? Because it go back into my point that I was making about Channing said that's on him if he didn't enjoy the game. Let's keep it a stick. Most men, if you break it down to the bare bones and you ask these men, do you like football? The answer gonna be no. The answer gonna be, I enjoy the things that football provide. It provide me with a certain type of lifestyle. It provide me with a certain amount of money. It provide me with a certain caliber of woman. Let's keep it a stack. I'm going to read verse 3 again. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wines, reveling. This all the shit that I was seeing in college. This is what the football team was doing in college. I know it's worse than the NFL. He said, when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries. Is that not what go on in these different spaces with these sports? Is it not? He said, we wrought the will of the Gentiles. This is not our culture. Sports is not our culture. It's not. We are put in place to make money for these white folks. It is what it is. And Lord's will, if we can start getting more of these brothers to go deal with Ice Cube and the Big Three, we might see some change going on. Cause the way this shit moving, y'all see how these white folks acting with y'all, man. Y'all can't even speak to y'all people openly. But that's what we into. So this is the reason why these type of brothers right here, they don't want these brothers with no damn microphone. This is my first time ever hearing him speak. Now, growing up, I always heard that he was like a problematic player, right? He was a cancer to teams in locker rooms because he wouldn't just get with the program. Listening to him speak, I understand. Because for some reason, when you don't allow coaches to treat you like shit, you become a cancer to the team. This dude is highly intelligent. Highly intelligent. How was he such a fucking cancer to the team when he speak very well? It kind of shocked me a little bit listening to the whole interview. I'm like, damn, okay. Them Bennett brothers, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with them. But it is what it is, man. I hope y'all get it, because look, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. My son ain't gonna see no damn football field, man. And I can look at him and tell he'll be a dog too. But why would I destroy my son like that? Why would I do that? All them fucking injuries, all that time wasted. You can't tell me all these men today that's working regular jobs that we talking about 16 hours a day, damn near, to football for years. If you would have put that time into any other fucking craft, you'd be a millionaire. Without the pain. If you dedicate your life to any fucking thing with that type of time invested, you can't help but to be successful, man. And we chose to give that time and to give that effort in our bodies to make money for other fucking people. It is what it is, man. And I know people probably listening to me say that, be like, man, I don't know. I will never forget my senior year in high school. They had to reprint tickets because we sold them bitches out by Tuesday. They had to bring in new bleachers because it wasn't enough tickets. It wasn't enough seats to fit all them fucking people in there. Hoover versus Clay Chalkville. The most tickets ever sold in a Clay Chalkville home game up until that point. I ain't see none of that fucking money. But it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'm out.